everybody. So today we're going to do a handstanding class to kind of teach you how to learn some skills that will help you get a consistent, strong handstand. So we're going to go ahead and start reaching our arms up, take a roll down through our spine, and then walk our hands out into a nice high plank position. And we're going to start warming up by just holding this plank for 1 whole minute. So we'll be breathing. And I'm just going to talk to you a little bit while we're holding to just kind of keep our mind on kind of some other things so it won't be so uncomfortable, but it's really good to make sure you're warmed up before you do this handstand. So as you're in your plank, check that your wrists are right under your shoulders. Check that all 5 of your fingers are spread. Check that there's weight through each finger so that we're not simply kind of letting that weight rest into the wrist. And also make sure that we're not popping our thumb up. Sometimes people pop that thumb. You want to keep all of those fingers pressing even that thumb. Breathing here. If you start to feel your shoulders kind of getting warmed up, that's a good thing. Check that you have a neutral spine. Make sure your hips aren't lifted a bit or sinking down. We want to hold really strong because in our handstand, we want this nice straight line in our body just as we have here in our plank. So we're going to be breathing in, exhaling. Let's count 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now on 1, just push back into a downward dog. Let your head fall between your arms. Take a moment to stretch here. And we're going to just go ahead, walk our feet a little bit closer until our heels come down. And what I want you guys to do now is raise your heels up and start to shift your weight over towards your hands and then bring your heels back down. Raise your heels, shift the weight towards your hands, come down. Do that 2 more times. Lift, shift the weight towards your hands, come down. Last time, lift, shift the weight towards your hands, come down. Now walk your hands a little bit closer so your wrists are right under your shoulders. Walk your feet just as close as you can. See if you can place your right toes up against your right wrist. Place it down, and then maybe your left toes up against your left wrist. Start to just feel more weight shifting to the hands. Start to lift those heels. See if you can even maybe come up for just a moment on just the hands there. And then walk it back to a downward dog. But again, a narrower downward dog, start to bend one knee and then the other so that you can get your heels down, okay? So we can have different ranges in our downward dog. Sometimes our feet are further back and our heels might be up. This time we want to have our heels close enough that they're on the floor. We're going to cross our right leg under our left and just bring that right leg up and try to really feel some weight push into your hands. Come up on your left toes and then down. So right leg is up, you're coming up on your left toes and down. See if you could maybe even just pop up off the floor a couple times and feel how that feels, shifting some more weight into the hands. And then place that right foot down. Now take your left leg, kick it up towards the ceiling and see if you could raise up to those right toes. And again, if you want to pop up off the floor, start to curl those right toes up off the floor. And this is just warming us up. Okay, and if you feel like you start to get off the floor, great. If not, just keep raising that heel and then bring that left foot down. Now we're going to walk our hands right up to the feet, just kind of hug your legs. Maybe clasp your arms, sway a little side to side. Very good. Take a moment, roll up, circle your wrists. And we're going to start to open up those wrists and shoulders. So push your right hand forward with your left hand. Pull the fingertips back. And then turn that wrist the other way. So you're going to push the heel of that hand forward. Switch sides. Flex the left hand. Pull the fingertips back. And then turn the wrist and pull the other way. So your heel of your hand is still pressing forward. Circle the wrist 1 more time. Reverse direction. And now arm circles. Right arm back, left arm. Right, left. 1 more each way. Right, left. Now let's reverse. Left arm, right arm. Left arm, right arm, and then both together. Circle, 2, 3, and 4. Reverse. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Good. Just shake it out. It's really important that those shoulders are open because we don't want to strain anything. Now we're going to get ready for practicing those handstands. So the first thing we're going to do is something we might not expect to do because we're not taking weight in our hands yet. This is getting your core ready. So I'm extending my left leg behind. Arms strong by the ears. I'm going to shift forward and try to maintain this flat, straight line from fingertips through toes. And then I'm going to come up, okay? So I want to try to do this 4 times. 2, and up. And then I'm going to go again. 3, and up, and then I'm going to do that one more time. 4, straight line, and up. Switching sides. I'm going to place my left foot on the floor, right leg extends behind, arms strong by the ears. I'm going to go flat, 1. This is the first thing you want to master before getting that handstand, okay? 2, because we want to have that strong line in our body. That's going to help you the most with your balance. 3. And then on your last one, 4, hold it, breathe, straight line through your body, and then up. Now, switch back so left leg is behind you. This time, you're just going to kick up into an L shape. So what's going to happen is this time we're going to drop our head, arms stay by the ears, L shape, up 1. I'm keeping my left leg back. L shape, up 2. Just find that L. L shape, up 3. One more time like this. L shape, and 4. Now we're going to switch, okay? So arms strong by those ears, left foot is in front this time. L shape, and up. And you might notice sometimes you hold a little longer than others. Don't worry if you're not getting all the way up the first few times you do this. 2, we're doing 2 more. 3, and the first time, remember you're just trying to get one leg up this first time. 4. Now, very good. So if you got one leg up, that's great. Now we're going to work into the next level, which is to get 2 legs up. So if this is your first time doing this, don't worry if you don't get there, but think about that top leg, and then you're just going to try to bring the bottom leg. So this time, right leg is forward. I'm going to bring my left leg up, try to meet the right, and then come down. Now you might hold longer or maybe really quick. It's up to you. Hold, and down. We have 2 more on this side. So practicing, and if you take a step, that's okay. Sometimes you might want to walk a little bit with it if you feel like that momentum's going, and 4. Good. So sometimes, again, you'll surprise yourself. You'll get that balance really strong, but starting with that plank is very helpful for that core activation. Other side, left foot front. We're going to go up 1 and back. Arms super strong by those ears. 2, whoops, and if you don't quite make it, all well, try again. You guys have one better side, usually 3. And then last one, 4. Okay? And very good. So that is the best way, in my opinion, to start working on that leg hold, okay? So if you have a favorite leg to kick up, like personally, naturally, it feels better to me to kick my left. However, when you're training this, you want to always, if you did 4 on the left, make sure to do 4 kicking right first so that you can even that out and get that better hold. Okay, I'm going to show you 2 more handstand variations that you can work on if you like. This next one is going to start by going into a downward dog. And you're going to let your head fall between the arms, and we're just going to start to think about popping our knees up towards our belly. So one way to begin is by pressing that chest towards your thighs, head between your arms, and then pop your feet up, okay? And actually, when you get that, you can pop your feet up and press up, okay? And it might take a few tries, so just getting there. And when you feel comfortable, being able to hold it a little bit longer. And sometimes this is going to go a little quicker than others. You can also walk a little bit or pull straight up as I just did. And for me, like pulling straight up is a little bit easier to hold it. When you pop, you have so much momentum. So engaging that core, super important. So one more time, head between your arms. You're going to think pop the feet up. If you get there first, that's great. Eventually, if you can push the legs straight overhead, awesome. So trying to push up if you can. And just breathing, okay? Whenever you need a break, come back to that forward fold. Be careful of your head, getting a lot of blood flow. Let's roll up. We're going to do our final handstand. And this is one that actually, if you do headstands, you might find this a little bit easier. So a lot of times people do headstands where you're in that straddle position and you just kind of pull up into it. This is very similar, but we're using our hands. So your hands are right under your shoulders. Again, you're almost in like a downward dog, but your hands are slightly closer. Your feet are just, I'll show from this direction, just maybe about like this wide apart, like a little bit wider than your hips. And all we're gonna do is shift forward. You wanna feel weight through each fingertip, okay? And kick your legs out. And then once you can feel that balance, you're gonna start to bring them together. So they go out and up. And you just breathe again. When you're ready, out and up. And trying to focus, keeping those arms between your ears as much as you can when you get up there. And sometimes you might not make it all the way, just keep trying. And breathe. And just holding one more time. Let's see if we can get up. Maybe walk a few steps and roll those wrists, okay? So I'm gonna show that one more time this way so you guys can see. My feet were wide, hands right under the shoulders, we just press up. And again, hopefully maybe not flipping over like I did. So if you tend to flip over, sometimes practicing these with a wall in front of you can be helpful. So we're just gonna come down on our mat, stretch that out a little bit, hug your knees, roll your back, breathe, and just rock a little side to side. And then let your knees fall to one side, arms to the other side. So practicing handstands is a great workout in and of itself. Even if you're not getting all the way up just yet, you're gonna get stronger, great upper body work, and it's really fun. So I like workouts that are fun and it doesn't really feel like a workout. It's just having fun and enjoying learning new skills that you can do. So twisting your legs the other way if you haven't already. Breathing, so we're just taking a little twist, and then we're gonna hug our knees again. Just rock up, and thank you guys for joining. Have a great day.